Welcome to the Nubian Spiritual Warriors Astrology Podcast.
My spiritual essence is Walamu Mudada. And this podcast is provided for those who are seeking wisdom on their journey from darkness into the light.
Key 2: Star Constellations. Astrology does not compel, it impels. The planets are energetic consciousness that communicate cosmic vibrations. Within these vibrations is information for the pineal gland or your first eye. Cosmic connection. The vibrational frequencies from planetary communication is not sent in English, Spanish, or any other language. It is sent in cosmic vibrations to be decoded by your pineal gland. As a transforming station, the pineal gland breaks down the frequency into a form of communication that the consciousness can understand. In basic astrology, there is a language that you must be able to understand. So let's begin. First, you must be able to understand planetary symbols. Recognize those planetary symbols when you see them. Next, you must also be able to recognize astrological signs. Thirdly, you have an astrological chart. With your studying, you should be able to place the planetary symbols and the astrological signs in the correct place on the astrological chart. Fourth, we'll take a look at the astrological houses. Now, each house from 1 to 12 represents a certain domain in life. And as you study, you should be able to place at least one domain or one characteristic in each house, helping you understand the function of that particular house. Fifth, we'll take a look at astrological patterns. Now, these astrological patterns help to decode a chart. When you're interpreting a chart, it helps you interpret that chart without going into great detail. Once you understand these astrological patterns and the meaning of these patterns. Sixth, what we're going to cover today is astrological aspects. These astrological aspects represent the ways in which the planets communicate with each other vibrationally. So let's start with the conjunction. An astrological conjunction means that 2 or more planets are within the range of 0 to 5 degrees of each other. Normally, the planets are in the same house as well. Some astrologers use a larger range, such as 0 to 10 degrees. The closer the orb means the communication is stronger and clearer. The planets vibrationally communicate with each other. This communication is influenced by the sign, the house, and the element that the planets are in. A conjunction is the beginning of the journey or a story to be decoded. So as you look at the picture, you see the two planets are right next to each other. This is what's called a conjunction. And it's also the beginning of the story or the beginning of the journey. Sextile. An astrological sextile means that two or more planets are 60 degrees from each other. Normally, the planets are one house away from each other. The tighter the orb to 60 degrees means the communication is stronger and clearer. The planets vibrationally communicate with each other. This communication is influenced by the sign, the house, and the element the planets are in. A sextile provides information about the status of the journey or story being told. So the story began at a conjunction. Now, as you look at the sextile, you're able to glean the status of this journey or story. Square. An astrological square means that two planets are 90 degrees from each other. Normally, the planets are two houses away from each other. The tighter the orb to 90 degrees means the communication is stronger and clearer. The planets vibrationally communicate with each other. This communication is influenced by the sign, the house, and the element that the planets are in. A square represents the first sign of tension or conflict along the journey or story that is being told that began at the conjunction. So at this stage of the journey or the story, you begin to sense tension, some type of conflict that may need to be resolved. That's a square. Trine. An astrological trine means that two planets are 120 degrees from each other. Normally, the planets are three houses apart. The tighter the orb to 120 degrees means the communication is stronger and clearer. The planets vibrationally communicate with each other. This communication is influenced by the sign, the house, and the element that the planets are in. A trine provides flowing communication between the planets. A trine can also indicate the progress of the journey that began with the conjunction. So if you take a look at the picture, you'll see the position of planets that are a trine. And you see they're about three houses apart. Opposition. An astrological opposition means that two planets are 180 degrees from each other. Normally, the planets are in opposite houses, as you see in the picture above. The tighter the orb to 180 degrees means the communication is stronger and clearer. The planets vibrationally communicate with each other. This communication is influenced by the sign, the house, and the element that the planets are in. An opposition represents the second sign of tension or conflict along the journey that began with the conjunction. So now there's another form of tension or conflict that must be resolved. And that's reflected in the opposition.
Assume the position. It may be with your feet flat on the floor and your spine erect. It may be in a yoga position. Whatever position you assume, your spine is erect. Now gently close your eyes, for you are going on an inner journey. And this inner journey begins with the breath. So as you inhale, earth energy comes up through the center of your feet, through the center of your body, to the top of your head. And on exhalation, it showers out the top of your head like a fountain, returning to the earth. Again, on inhalation, earth energy comes up through the center of your feet, through the center of your body to the top of your head. And on exhalation, this energy showers out the top of your head like a fountain.
Key 2, Star Constellations. Key 2, Star Constellations is a family affair. As a family or an individual, learn the ancient science of astronomy, astrology, numerology, and sacred geometry. The lessons are basic and engaging for all ages. They are insightful and empowering. Key 2, Star Constellation.